Our clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Maori Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Maori Clinic.
I know all the plays. I practiced too hard to be sidelined. I told the coach and my dad I'm fine, but they want to be sure. They said Salina Regional and ComCare have all the latest technology for the most accurate images. And I guess they're right. Don't worry, QB. I've got your back.
Salina Regional Health Center and ComCare Imaging Center. Here for all your imaging needs.
Reliability. It's about more than uptime. Backup is something you do to your word, not just your data. And dedicated is an adjective suited to work ethic as much as servers or Ethernet connections. At Nextech, we believe that the character of our IT professionals comes from the commitment and passion for their work. It's just how we're wired here. Nextech, our products and people are here for you.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Papa John's is proud to provide this week's meal to the hardworking Friday night football crew at Community Access Television. While watching the big game, don't forget to order your freshly made pizza at papajohns.com.
Hello and welcome out to week 8 of Salina High School football. We have the rivalry, the in-town rivalry. We have the Salina South Cougars versus the Salina Central Mustangs. It's kind of been an up and down season, mostly down season for both teams. South only having one win on the year. Central still looking for their first win of the year. Pretty much overall disappointing season for both teams, but this is the game that can change a lot of minds, especially on the team and the coaches. This is the thing they're fighting for right now, is this game, trying to get to the Mayor's Cup. So we'll see how both teams come out. I think it's going to be pretty easy to be fired up for this one. We talk about Salina Central and sometimes not coming out with a sense of urgency. Having the in-town rivalry, let's see how fast and how angry they can come out and play. Hopefully they can play with some emotion. On the other side, Salina South, Coach Sam Sellers said they had a pretty good week of practice, would like to keep the ball on the ground. Definitely have a pretty windy day today, and we'll just see how it goes. And we'll be back with kickoff right after this.
The band is under the direction of Mr. Darren Brooks.
And hello, everyone, again. We're here at Salina Stadium. We have the in-town rivalry, Salina South versus Salina Central. Close to about 4 or 5 minutes to kick off, and the Salina South Cougars and the Central Mustangs lining up as a team, getting their last words in before they break and come onto the field. Many of the younger fans and high school students out there supporting their team in pink today. And there's the Cougars take the field to a good crowd here tonight on a beautiful night here in Salina. Definitely going to be really exciting. Again, 2 teams that have had disappointing seasons, but one game can definitely make the season, especially this late. This is basically the big bragging rights game for the year. So all their friends playing across town, they can brag about it all year. And, you know, definitely it's a big game for these seniors because this is their last game against their in-town rival. And if they can win this one, it's definitely a memory to be had for the rest of their lives that in their senior year they went out and beat their rival. So definitely really interesting game. We'll see how things go. And I am your host, Collin Crowder. Charles Ross is unable to join us this week, so I will be driving the game for you tonight. And hope you enjoy our broadcast. And the captains for South and Central out on the field.
Salina Central, you're the visiting team.
You're going to have to scoot down, I'm sorry.
The center's the tail. Helmet's the head, center's the tail. What's your call? Heads is the call. It is the tail. Salina South is in the call. Which way you want to kick? Salina South has won the toss. Election will receive. Shake hands, men. Have a good game.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's Cougar group captains are Tripp Slater, Riley Lambeth, Jackson Kitchener, and Brody Bunsey. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is being played in accordance with the rules of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Each person is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this contest at the highest level of competition and show good sportsmanship towards opponents, visitors, and officials.
And we'll have their final words from both coaches before they take the field. About a minute left until this game is underway.
We'll be asked to give them to their parents or leave them in the cars. Thank you for your support.
Again, it's a windy night tonight. I think wind is definitely going to be a factor for both teams just in what direction they will be throwing and or kicking. And the wind is coming from, kind of feels like it's coming from the north, but it has been kind of swirling off and on. And I'm feeling kind of breezes from the south. So we'll see how the wind changes over time. Salina South will receive, and more than likely we'll see a lot of the Salina South and Salina Central ground game tonight. And we're still waiting for the clock to hit. Pre-game clock to hit 0. And it looks like Talon Peters is going to be the kickoff person to get us started here on week 8. Both South and Central coming off losses. Salina South losing at Derby 59-14, and Salina Central losing last week here at home 39-14. And we've set the ball down. The ball has already fallen off the tee, so kind of see how windy night it is. And we might have to have someone come and hold it for them. But we'll see if it stays on the tee. And the whistle's blown. And the kick is away from Peters. Kind of a short kick, about the 12-yard line. Fielded by South, has a block. And he's going to be tackled out of bounds by Peters. Really good return, puts Salina South in great field position right out of the gate. And Sam Sellers, head coach of Salina South, talking to his offense right before they go out on the field. Expect
take over first and 10, ball at their own 43.
To see a lot of Casey Lanou in the quarterback option.
Number 5, Casey Lanou.
And also should be seeing a lot of Tanner Parrott, the running back tonight, and there he is on his first carry. And gets hit after about a pickup of 2.
Tanner Parrott. Gain of 2 on the play, second down 8, 45-yard line.
Lanou under center again in I formation, handoff to Parrott again, breaks 1 tackle, gets about another couple yards.
Ball carrier number 1.
And that'll bring up about
Parrott.
3rd and 6. South definitely liking to keep it on the ground here, but we're interested to see on a 3rd and 6 if they decide to throw. They will be throwing into the wind.
Gain of 2
The
on
wind
the play, third down,
blowing
6,
a lot from the
47-yard
south
line.
at the moment. Trenton Grant running in with the play, line up in shotgun. Lanou with trips to his left. And a handoff inside to Parrott, and he's going to get brought down for a loss of about 3. And just like that, we have a penalty flag, and this looks like it's going to be after the play. And we'll see who this is on. Early indication might be on Central.
Play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 19 on the defense. 50-yard chance to get ball spot. Yardage results with a first down.
And that penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct,
That is number 19's first unsportsmanlike
is on
of the
Salina
game.
Central after they get a big 3rd down stop. Those are just the plays you can't have right at the very beginning of the game. Definitely going to hurt Salina Central, and coaches not going to be happy about that. South with a 2 tight end set. Lanou up the middle. And picks up about 5 on first down.
Ball carrier number 5, Casey
South
Lanou.
definitely given extra life after that penalty that we talk about Salina Central not getting out to hot starts on most nights. And they come out
Gain of 5 on the play,
and get a
second
big
down,
3rd
5,
down stop, and the
37-yard
penalty
line.
gives South new life. Lanou on a quarterback keeper, kind of dance around the backfield.
Ball carrier number
Might
5,
lose about a yard.
Casey Lanou.
And we're looking at about a 3rd down and 6 yet again.
Making the stop for Central, number 14, Cade Bridson. Loss of a yard on the play, 3rd down 6. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Number 88, number 9 coming onto the field. That's a little bit of personnel issue perhaps. South might have to take a timeout here. 2 on the play clock.
Timeout. Salina South.
And South is going to have to take their timeout. So just a little too much time figuring out the personnel they wanted on that 3rd down.
If you need to or would like to pick one up this evening, once again, all pink out shirts are still available at both of the entrance gates.
So far, Salina South committing to the run game.
Thanks to the Salina new Rotary Club.
And they haven't gotten big yards out of it so far, just marginal gains. Had the 1 run by Lanou with the 2 tight end set, picked up 5. But many of the other plays that have been to Tanner Parrott, the running back, only getting a couple yards, maybe even losing a yard or 2 sometimes. And Central's defensive line definitely showing up and blocking those holes, not allowing him to get very many yards. Lanou, another handoff to Parrott, has a big hole, definitely a first down, makes a cut, has another block, and he's gonna waltz into the end zone for a Salina South touchdown. No flags on the field. And just like that, a big run by number 1, Tanner Parrott, and gets into the end zone for the score, and Salina South strikes on their first possession. And the extra point is up and good. And just like that, it's 7-0 Salina South. And definitely something they have to look back on. That drive, that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, they had Salina South stopped and then gave them a first down with that, and it cost them. Castro on for the kick. And Central is set to receive, kind of a short pooch kick about the 20-yard line. Fielded by Central, and not much after that, but does get the ball out to about the 28, 29-yard line.
Mustangs number 28, Riley Counts.
And it looks like officially it'll be right at the 29. Central first and 10. And I believe we'll see Richardson in the game. And keeping it on the ground. Not much there on first down.
Ball carrier number 33, Collin Peters. Making the stop for the Cougars is number 45, Jaden Miller. Also number 88, Isaac Mitchell. Gain of a short yard on the play. Second down, 9 yards to go. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Officially 2nd and 9 for Salina Central now. Richardson with Peters to his right, a little bit of an awkward snap. Quarterback keeper right side, gets a couple blocks. Gonna be ridden out of bounds, or a pickup close to about 7 yards. Gonna bring up a 3rd down and manageable now for the Central offense.
Making the stop for the Cougars is number 25, Colby Bully.
And the ball on the Central 36. Central lines up 3 receivers to the left and wide side of the field. Richardson drops back, short pass, low on the ground. And they have an official reception. That was number 14, Cade Gertson. Salina Central defender laying out, trying to get a hand on that ball, but wasn't able to stop it. Central with their first down of the night.
First and 10 to the Mustangs, ball at their own 41-yard line.
Richardson under center. Fakes a sweep right side, rolls out over the middle, has his receiver, number 28, Riley Counts, with the sliding grab.
Riley Counts. Making a stop for the Cougars is number 4, Kyle Quill.
Came across the field, and a good throw and a good catch. Central putting that wind to its advantage. Central throwing into the wind currently. Central with another first down. Kind of a bunch trips formation left side. Richardson back to throw, looking right side to a single receiver. And reception made to Logan Horst, one of our players of the week last week. Gonna pick up about 3 on that reception. Now I'll bring up 2nd and 7, Central on the Salina South 30-yard line. And handoff Peters right side, has some running room. Out of bounds, looked like he has another first down. Central coach is getting excited on the sideline. And they do, in fact, move the chains yet again. Very impressive drive by Salina Central right now. This is definitely one of those rivalry games where you can throw the records out the window, even though they're close to being identical. You can throw it out the window. Both teams are going to be fired up and ready to play for this game. Richardson back to pass, looking left. Fires in zone. Incomplete. Looking toward Logan Horst again. Definitely has been a pretty popular target since number 1 Kendrick Liggins, the senior, was injured a few weeks ago. He's definitely been Richardson's favorite target so far. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Central. Richardson under center. Handoff Peters right side, getting a good push from their offensive line. And Peters falls forward for about a pickup of 3. And we'll bring up a 3rd and 7 now. Central officially inside the red zone at the 19. Richardson under center again, 3 backs behind him. And handoff fullback left side. Good job by Salina South. Central still does pick up 2 yards, but that will bring up 4th and about 5. Excuse me, it looks like about a 4th and 4 or a 4th and 3. Central's offense staying on the field.
Gain of 3 on the play. 4th down 4.
And we'll see where Central goes with this. Richardson under center again, would expect a play action perhaps, and that's a false start. Looked like might have tried to have a little bit of a hard count, but got the running back and fullback leaning. And that puts a 4th and 4 into a 4th and 9, and those are killer penalties. 2 penalties now so far on the Mustangs that have really hurt. Yeah, but Central's offense still stays out on the field. Central with the ball on the 21. It's like coming out same formation still. There's a little bit of a play action. Richardson getting pressure in the pocket, gets hit, and a good job by number 4, Kyle Quill, to break that up. Richardson had one of his own defenders kind of in his, or excuse me, his own blockers in his face. Good pressure by Salina South when Richardson released that ball, but still a pretty accurate throw overall. Central turns the ball over on downs, and Lanou in the South offense on the field again. Handoff to Parrott left side, gets another hole, staying on his feet, picking up about 8 yards. A good first down pickup there.
Number 1, Tanner Perry. Making the stop with Central number 22, Jordan McMullen.
4 minutes, 40 seconds left in this first quarter.
29-yard line.
And Salina South still up 7-0. Another handoff right side to Parrott, push from the pile. And he's going to pretty much have no gain on that play.
Making the initial stop for Central was number 19, Quentin Stewart. No gain on the play. Third down to 29-yard line.
Third and 2 on South's 29-yard line. Keeper for Lanou gets a block, breaks a tackle, still weaving through traffic, excuse me. Looks like he's got the first down and about a yard more. Not necessarily a scary situation, but with Lanou dancing, he seemed to be about 1 yard short of the first. You just kind of hope him to run forward and pick up that first down, but still able to weave through some defenders and pick it up. Trenton Grant coming onto the field again to deliver the play call. And trips left side, got to hurry up, just get the play off. Handoff Parrott left side, not much happening there. Central's going to drop him for a loss of about 2.
Ball carrier number 1, Tanner Parrott. Making the stop for Central, number 33.
3 minutes left in our first quarter. Oh, a few more personnel issues for Salina South. Coach Sam Sellers needing to step out on the field a little bit to get the right personnel. Quarterback keeper this time for Lanou is going to throw for the first time tonight. And that's going to be officially ruled a catch. And they're going to get close to a first down. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Pretty close play there. Looking like a lot of the players and maybe even an official or two kind of looked like it was an incomplete pass, but the far side official from us ruled it a catch. 3rd and 1. Quarterback keeper, fullback helping push the pile forward. And that's enough to get Salina South another first down. And that's going to get Salina South to their own 43, getting close to midfield. Looking pretty impressive drive so far. Under 2 minutes now left in the first half.
Cougars 43-yard line.
And handoff Parrott yet again. Inside handoff, good hole. Pickup of about 9.5 perhaps. Just going to be marked just a little short of the first, I think. And Salina South only going to be going into the wind for about another minute, 24 seconds.
8 of 9 on the play, 2nd down 1. Ball at the Central 48-yard line.
Handoff Parrott, yes, yet again, kind of runs into a wall at the line of scrimmage, but able to get pushed forward for a few more yards, and that gives Salina South yet another first down.
Making the stop for Central, number 25, Drew Bergroon. Gain of 2 on the play, 1st and 10 for the Cougars 46-yard line.
Parrott right side, yet again, pickup of about 3. Salina South committing to the run to Tanner Parrott, but definitely running in and out of numerous formations. Single tight end, double tight end, trips, 2 receivers.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down 8, 44-yard line.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. Might be our last final play of the quarter. And quarterback option, Lanou left side. Has about 4 Central receivers there to bring him down. Going to be a few yards short of the first. And that is officially going to be the end of the first quarter. And with that, Salina South 7, Salina Central 0. And we'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And welcome back to the second quarter of the in-town rivalry, Salina South versus Salina Central. South with the ball up 7-0, having a pretty impressive drive, keeping the ball on the ground with Tanner Parrott. And we'll see how Salina South's offense continues to do, facing a 3rd down and 3 now.
Central 39-yard line.
Handoff Parrott left side, able to push through, and I think they're going to mark him about a yard short of the first.
Making a stop for Central is number 50, Cole Butts.
And Central does get the stop on 3rd down, but South's offense still out on the field. Would expect something like a quarterback sneak here. Expect some fullbacks. At least one fullback to help give him a push to get that 1st down. Quick snap. And Lanu up the middle, picks up about 2. And that is yet another 1st down. Definitely Lanu going with that quick snap. Looking around, make sure he's got everyone set, getting right under center. And snapping the ball right then and there.
Gain of 3 on the play, 1st and 10, Cougars, 35-yard line.
Salina South now on the Central 35-yard line. And Salina South with a brand new set of downs. Handoff Parrott once again runs into a couple of Salina Central defenders. Forward progress is going to give him 1-yard gain.
Making a stop for Central, number 19, Quinton Stewart, also number 30, Cody.
Wind's still blowing here tonight, coming out of the south.
Gain of a yard on the play, 2nd down 9, 34-yard line.
And inside handoff to the fullback. Finally giving Tanner Parrott a break. Picks up about another 2 yards. Salina South been going with the 2 tight end set last few downs. And that brings Salina South to a 3rd and 7. We'll see if South can convert on this. Would maybe expect it to be 2-down territory for Salina South. Option left side, Lanu keeps it, has a big hole, 10-5 out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him. We have a flag down after the play. Not sure what the call is. Didn't quite see it. It looked like they mark him out at about the 3. Don't think I saw a face mask, but we'll see what the call. And we have an unnecessary roughness call. Yet another penalty on Salina Central. 2 unnecessary roughness penalties that are 15-yard penalties, but this is only going to give them just a little bit shorter on Central. So just move Salina South about a 1.5 yards closer to the 1st down, or to the goal line. And Lanu with the keeper. Going to be marked a yard, maybe about a 1/3 of a yard short of the goal line. They're having a lot of big package people coming in. Maybe expect another big thing, a big push. Number 45, there's the push yet again. Still no signal. And there's the signal, touchdown Salina South on a 1/3 of a yard touchdown run by Casey Lanu. And that puts Salina South up 13-0 with the extra point coming. And the extra point is up and good. And Castro does get hit on the extra point. The call is that there is no foul for roughing the kicker as the central defender was pushed into him. And with the extra point, that puts Salina South up 14-0. Yet another impressive drive by Salina South.
Thanks to the Salina Noon Rotary Club for sponsoring tonight's tailgate. Visit salinarotary.org to learn more about Rotary in Salina.
And Salina South going to be kicking off with the win for the first time tonight. We'll see how far they can boot it. And they're going to be delayed by Mother Nature here real quick because of the wind. And with the holder's help, Castro gets the kick, and with the wind gets it halfway into the end zone for a touchback. And Central's offense will take over at the 20. They elect to have the ball on the far left hash. A bunch package for Central, only one receiver. It's like handoff Peters getting a push and a pickup of about 4.
Ball carrier number 33, Taylor Peters.
Ball is definitely staying on the ground tonight. Central with a few throws. Salina South only about 1 so far. And kind of reverse left side. As Riley counts again, but like to run that play a lot, and that's going to be enough to pick up a first down.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 4, Kyle Quill.
Central likes to run that kind of counter play left side with counts. And it proves to be effective right there, giving Salina Central a first down. New set of downs now on the 31. Richardson, a little bit of a play action fake. Intended going to Horst again, but broken up by a Salina South defender. It's Colby Bollier. Central now with a 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10, 31-yard line.
Handoff Peters right side, trying to get to the edge. Gets a little bit of it. Able to pick up about 6 yards, and they might even give him one more, 7 yards. And that brings up a 3rd down, a lot more manageable than 3rd and 10.
Gain of 7 on the
And we'll see if Central's offense can convert right here. Same formation they like to run Counts out of. And he does get the ball again. Counts left side. Has a big hole on the reverse. And he's going to be stood up and tackled after about a pickup of around 12, I believe. And that's definitely enough to get Salina Central a first down. Going to get it to the 49-yard line. Salina Central, lining up pretty quickly. And not much there. Keeping the ball on the ground to Peters. And he stood up. And no gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Still on Central's 49-yard line. A little bit of another play action over the middle. Has Horst. Going to be tackled, and he has enough for a first down. Good throw and catch. Definitely Central taking chances, throwing into the wind. And it's proven to be effective. Richardson on target for the most part tonight. And looks like they have Counts left side. And ball is on the ground. A fumble on the exchange. Swing quarterback and running back. Central able to get back on it. But Central's gonna lose about 7 or 8 yards, officially 8-yard loss on the play. And we talk about Central shooting themselves in the foot game after game, whether it be penalties, turnovers, as one was almost there. Richardson right side rolling out, has his receiver, and he's gonna get a lot of that penalty yardage back and a couple more. And that'll bring up after about a 10-yard gain, looking about 3rd and 8, maybe 3rd and 9 for Central's offense. Ball on the south 40-yard line. Definitely a big 3rd down here. Central needs to convert. Getting pressure in the backfield. Richardson on the deck. And throws near Logan Horst, but the throw a little bit out of reach for him. Salina South defender in the area was able to get a pretty good position under the ball. That brings up 4th and 9. Salina Central's offense looking like they're going to stay out on the field. As if that 3rd down wasn't big enough. Now a really big play here on 4th. So you wonder if they could have gotten just a few yards if they knew they were going for it on 4th. Richardson looking left, rolling back, getting a really good pocket, now getting some pressure, running into a few of his own players. And eventually the wall breaks, and Richardson gonna be sacked. And that turns the ball over on downs yet again, 2nd time tonight. Salina South defense able to stop Central on 4th down. And South's gonna have the ball back, looks like on their own 48 with great field position. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left to go before halftime. Cougars with doing really well with the ground game might be able to milk some time off this clock right before half. Lanu trips right side, quarterback keeper gets some blocks. Right side flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. Lanu is gone. Touchdown Salina South. Penalty pending. And we'll see what the call is. 3 officials huddled up. Penalty at the far side of the field at the line of scrimmage. Might have something like an illegal formation. maybe not enough people on the line. And that is the call. Touchdown taken back for an illegal formation with too many players in the backfield. And a 1st and 10 touchdown run from Lanoux ends up being 1st and 15 on the 43 now. Definitely a killer, all that hustle and nothing to show for it.
15 now for the Cougars, ball at their own 43-yard line.
South looking up, same formation, trips right side. Look like they're gonna run the exact same play. Lanoux right side, getting a little bit to the edge. Central better defending that time. And there's another flag. Looked like a South player kind of hit the deck. Wasn't sure if he got pushed over or if it was a hit.
Penalty marker on the field.
Really chippy tonight. You'd expect so. It really hasn't been all that uncommon for both teams this season.
After the play, personal foul, and this is number 5 on the offense. 15-yard penalty, dead ball.
And we have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play on the quarterback, Casey Lanoux. And that's going to back Salina South even farther into a hole. Kind of just looked like South kind of getting, Lanoux maybe kind of taking a little bit of a cheap shot there at the end. Not entirely sure, but definitely Lanoux kind of diving in after the play was dead. Play does stand, plus the penalty yardage. 2nd down, 19 now. Lanoux looking left side, has Quill middle of the field into double coverage. And not able to convert. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 19. And definitely something Salina South did not want. Having a touchdown called back on an illegal formation, and then the next play getting another good yards, but getting called back.
3rd down, 19, ball at the 39-yard line.
Lanoux trips left side. Handoff, Parrott just trying to get some yards back. And he picks up about 4 or 5. That brings Salina South into an easy punt decision here. Definitely, especially kicking with the wind at their back. Should be able to get a good boot here.
That brings up 4th down for the Cougars and punt formation number 9, Peyton Webb.
And Peyton Webb is going to be the punter. We're going to see him for the first time tonight.
And also number 33, Taylor Peters.
And snap to Webb, good kick. A little bit of a line drive, but decent length. Fielded by number 14, has a little bit of a wall. And he's going to be brought down to about the 40-yard line. But yet again, here comes another flag from the back side of the field, from the back official. Might be a block in the back. That official has a pretty good view. And that's going to have a blindside block on Salina Central. And that's going to put Central back after a really good return. Yet again, penalties hurting Salina Central. And that moves the ball back to their own 20-yard line. A little bit of stoppage of play, and play clock now going. 3:18 left in the first half. Salina South up 14-0 over the Mustangs. Richardson has counts in motion, going from right to left. Looking left side, 4 counts. And gonna be incomplete. There was some contact there, but no flag on the play.
Second down 10, 20-yard line.
Second and 10 now for Richardson. Trips left side, and here comes another flag. Might have a false start. We'll see what the call is. Play clock was good. And it is a false start. Yet another penalty on Salina Central. Penalties on all sides of the ball. Special teams, offense, and defense hurting Central. They've hurt them all season long, and still being the case tonight.
Second down 15, ball at the 15-yard line.
Second and 15 on the Central 15. Lining up pretty much same formation, Trips right side. Richardson, a little bit of rollout to the right, low throw. Looking to Cade Gertson. And it looked like throw was incomplete. Gonna bring it up 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 for Central.
Third down, 15, ball at the 15-yard line.
And we'll see what they can get. Central having personnel issues. They're coming off, running back on the field. Richardson with a little bit of a pop pass over on the left hash. Incomplete. Good job by the Salina South secondary, able to get there and disrupt that pass. Richardson got the snap, had a little bit of a fake forward like he was going to keep it, but then not able to make the completion after he popped back out to throw. Richardson in the game as the punter, standing pretty much at his own goal line. And here we have a stoppage of play. And Central takes a timeout here. Takes their first timeout of the half. They're left with 2. And I think they might have had some of their own personnel issues. 3:02 left in the first half. Salina South still up 14-0.
The winner will be announced at the end of the third quarter.
And we're back on the field. Richardson moving a little bit up. Still close to his own goal line. Punt is away, almost there to disrupt it. Quill fielding it on a hop, but brought down right after. Good coverage by Salina Central there. But South with possession on Central's side of the field with 2 minutes and 53 seconds before halftime. South with 2 timeouts left. Clock might be a factor depending on a big play. If they're able to just chip here and there with the ground game, might be getting close to running out of time, but Tanner Parrott in the offense definitely have big play potential, and yet Lanou as well. Left side gets hit a little awkwardly.
Ball carrier number 5.
Picks up about 2 on the play. And clock continuing to go.
Gain of 2 on the play. Second down 8.
Drew Baird now into the game for Salina South. He's lined up as the far right receiver. Quill in motion. We have stoppage of play. And Salina South takes a timeout. After I think the play clock was running down. I don't know if they're going to get it off with Quill in motion. And that leaves 2:14 left. South would probably have liked to take that timeout after that play. Was expecting to get that play off, but second time South not getting the personnel and play they want, leading to a timeout.
Second down 8, 46-yard line.
Well, in motion again, handoff, jet sweep right side, gets some good blocks. Stays in bounds, it appears, but enough to get a first down.
Making this up for Central number 31, McGuinor.
Definitely wanting to hurry up here. Trenton Grant back on the field. 2 minutes exactly left in the first half. South with the ball on Central's 37. Lanu with the snap, right side, short pass. And receiver able to push the pile. And yeah, Ty Garrett on the catch there. Kind of a short pass, but good job by Garrett running upfield. Able to get through some defenders, get a pile push in there. Pick up a good 7 yards on first down. 2nd and 3 now. Minute 20 left in the half. Lanu left side, quarterback keeper has some blocks, but gonna be hit. Clock is going to stop. And Salina South calls their third and final timeout inside the 30-yard line.
Correction, there's no timeout. It's the first down.
Oh, there is no timeout by Salina South. I was wondering about that. Clock does stop with a first down. And then when players are set, clock will go. Now, whistle already blown, and the clock is rolling right now, under a minute. South still trying to get lined up. Sam Sellers waving his team to get lined up. Lanu rolling out right side to Quill, right side of the field wide open, and taken down at the 10-yard line. 44 seconds left. Clock still is stopped. Clock now running. Grant coming back onto the field. Getting to a huddle. 38 seconds left. And he's got trips right side. Lanu with another keeper. Not much there. Maybe a gain of a half yard. 22 seconds left. They're trying to hurry up and get this spiked. 17 seconds left. Trying to get lined up. 13 seconds. And they finally get it snapped. With officially 10 seconds on the play clock. Not what you wanted there if you're Salina South. Now gives you a third down. Really a tough call to decide if you were wanting to call a timeout there. But with 2 seconds left, it's like they're officially at 3rd and goal on the 10-yard line. South probably going to the air here. Might be able to keep it on the ground for one play with their 1 timeout left. We'll see what they do. Left side, Lanu into the end zone. Good throw on the outside, but broken up by number 9 of Salina Central. 6 seconds left to go. And that being 4th down, Salina South bringing the field goal unit onto the field. Ball will be on the far right hash. Let's see if Castro can get it. High kick on the way, and it is good. And with the field goal, Salina South up 17-0, 2 seconds left to go in the half. Salina Central will get the ball to start the second half. Definitely have to be a little disappointed there if you're Salina South. Had plenty of opportunities, just were slow getting lined up and getting personnel on the field. A lot of time going away, especially on that 2nd down where they could have used their final timeout, but they decided to spike it. If they used that timeout, they would have gotten 1 extra down, and now they go into the half with 1 timeout that is going to be left unused. And we expect probably just a little bit of a squib kick, or they might just kick it out the end of the end zone with the wind. And more than likely Central might just knee it if they get the ball on the 20. And a little bit of a squib kick, staying in bounds, and eventually does go out of bounds.
Free kick, kicked out of bounds. Ball placed at 35-yard line.
And that puts the ball at the 35-yard line for Salina Central. And Central with the ball on their own 35-yard line. Do expect probably Central just to come out and knee it with 2 seconds left when they get the ball to start the second half.
1st and 10 Mustangs, ball at their own 35-yard line.
And we'll see what they run. They look like they are going to run a play. Richardson under center. Handoff to fullback Griffiths. Looks like his first call of the night. We do have a flag on the play. Andrew Griffiths picks up about 9.
Making a stop for South number 9, Peyton Webb.
And we'll see what the penalty call is. And we have a face mask on Salina South. And the half will be extended by another play. Central now with the ball on South's 41-yard line. And now 3 receivers, looking like now 4 defenders for Salina South playing prevent defense. And we'll see how Central lines up. 3 receivers left side. And expect probably just to heave into the end zone. Richardson, though, pocket collapses and going to be brought down for a sack. And that's going to end the half. Salina South going into halftime. Central will receive, but our halftime score, Salina South 17, Salina Central 0. And we'll be back with halftime thoughts right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And welcome back. Here's the Maury Clinic halftime show. Our score at halftime, Salina South 17, Salina Central 0. Pretty entertaining half overall. Salina South definitely dominating on the ground, not putting the ball in the air very much, and that's exactly what head coach Sam Sellers told me before the game. They're wanting to keep the ball on the ground, seeing a lot of the quarterback Casey Lanou and a lot of the running back Tanner Parrott. I expect to see a lot of that more in the second half because it's working absolutely. No need to go to the air, especially on a windy night like this. They keep that up, their offense is going to be hard to stop. On the other side, Salina Central having trouble moving the ball at times, and a lot of things that's hurting them are penalties, either on offense, defense, and special teams. They have multiple penalties on all facets of the game. It's been a problem that Salina Central's had every single week that Charles and I, our other host, have talked about constantly, either it be turnovers, penalties, what be it, just everything going wrong for Salina Central. Just going to have to clean it up here in the second half. But we'll see what happens. Salina Central definitely going to have to come out, make some changes at halftime, but we'll see how things go. This has been the Maury Clinic Halftime Show, and we'll be back with the second half right after this. And welcome back to the second half of the rivalry between Salina South and Salina Central. Salina South coming into the second half with a 17-0 lead over Central, with South getting the field goal with about 6 seconds before halftime. Salina South will kick it away with Castro doing the honors, and we'll see how Central responds after them making some halftime adjustments. And Castro with the wind again, boots it into the end zone for a touchback. And the wind continuing to blow from the south. And we'll see how Central does here. They liked both teams sticking to the run, but Central being a little more throwing through the air than Salina South has been. I want to say South only have run maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 plays that were a pass play. 3 backs. Peters with the handoff. Left side, breaks some tackles. Kyle Quill able to make the tackle. But Talon Peters picking up about 8.
Making a stop for the Cougars is number 4, Kyle Quill.
It's a good start for Central in this offense. Definitely need to keep that consistency up the rest of the game. Peters handoff again, looking through his blocks. Pick up of about 4, 5, but that gives enough for a first down.
Ball carrier number 33, Talon Peters. Making a stop for South, number 35. Dalen Burdick, also number 11, Luke Strite. Gain of 4 on the play. First and 10 for the Mustangs, 32-yard line.
And Central lining up, 2 receivers right side in shotgun. Peters off to Richardson's right. Handoff Peters, inside handoff to the left. Another good run by Peters on first down, and that might be enough for another first down.
The Cougars, number 4, Kyle Quill.
And they're officially waving the chains here.
Gain of 10 on the play, first and 10 for the Mustangs, 42-yard line.
Inside handoff, the fullback Griffiths. And after a gain of about 3 on forward progress, Salina South defenders wrap him up and push him back.
Ball carrier number 44, Houston Griffiths. Making the stop for South, number 80, Ethan Resley, also number 35, Talon Burdick. Gain of 2, second down 8, 44-yard line.
Now bring up second and 8 for Central on their own 42. Let's see if they stay to the run here. They do again. Throw to Peters. Flag comes in. And we have false start on the offense. And there again is another penalty. Right when things are starting to pick up for Central, it just goes back the other way. That'll bring up 2nd and 13 now.
Mustangs 39-yard line.
Richardson back to pass, gets out of the pocket, gonna keep it on the ground, and slides after a pretty good pickup on 2nd down, but it's gonna leave it about a 3rd and 6 perhaps. But definitely a good job by Richardson keeping it on the ground and getting some of those yards back.
Gain of 7 on the play. 3rd down 7. Ball at the 46-yard line.
Central lined up, trips left side. Pass to Richardson, looking like a swing pass to the left, trying to find his receiver, low and incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
To number 14. And trying to find Cade Gertson on that play.
Cade Gertson.
And that brings up 4th down and 7 for Central and the offense.
46-yard line.
Offense staying on the field. Salina South has stopped Central twice so far on offense. Another look back throw, and in and out of the hands. Good defensive coverage by Salina South.
For the Cougars, number 14.
Pretty good throw by Richardson, despite looking like his back foot, his plant foot, kind of slipped out from under him before he let go of the ball. Still pretty accurate throw. Just Salina South defenders were doing really good tonight, being able to get in there and break it up. And for the 3rd time, Salina Central's turned it over on downs on offense. South with their first possession of the 2nd half, looking right side. Gets by one defender. And that's Ty Garrett.
Ty Garrett.
Out there on the reception. Salina South coming out throwing in the first game, or excuse me, the first play. Picked up about 4.
42-yard line.
And Lanu with a direct snap. Drops the ball. Did look like he was holding it a little loosely. Central players saying they have it. Not sure what the officials have ruled so far. And they're gonna call South pounced on it and got it back. But definitely Lanu on that direct snap did kind of look like he was kind of holding the ball far out. Not tucked into his chest, but a 3rd down and 1 down. It's like maybe, yeah, another quarterback sneak trying to push that pile. Didn't get a great push.
The ruling on the field is the runner was down before the ball threw him.
And Central players seeing a fumble, but the ruling on the field was that the player was down before the fumble happened. Salina South did not pick up the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down now. And they didn't really look like they got anything on that. Maybe just an inch perhaps. But South keeps the offense on the field for a 4th down. Might see the same play. And we have a stoppage of play. Do we have a timeout, perhaps? Salina South does take a timeout. Didn't look like the play clock was being an issue. So the coaches over on the south sideline must have seen something they didn't like.
People form all continents and cultures.
7:15 left in the 3rd quarter. Our score is still Salina South 17, Central 0.
Visit SalinaRotary.org.
Central looking improved on offense tonight, just not being able to complete those drives. Definitely a lot less 3 and outs than we had previously seen. But they've been getting good, decent drives, usually about 2 or 3 first downs on some drives. Just not able to keep it up to get the ball close to scoring position. And here's the 4th down and 1. Lanu pulls it on an option, stills Collin onto it, 10-5 into the end zone goes Casey Lanou. No flags on the field. Touchdown Cougars. And number 2, Trenton Grant coming off the field a little slow for Salina South after that play.
Touchdown run, number 5, Casey Lanou.
And Castro on for the extra point, and it is up and good.
40, Fernando Avila Castro.
And with that, 7:06 left in the third quarter. Salina South now up 24-0 over the Mustangs. And Central will be getting the ball back yet again. And yet again, we'll see if they can get something going.
Kicking off for the Cougars, number 40, Fernando Avila Castro.
And the kick from Castro away yet again, kicking with the wind. And he boots it out the end of the end zone yet again. And Central takes over on their own 20. Having 2 receivers right side. Richardson in shotgun with Peters to his right. Direct snap to Richardson, and he's going to be hit in the backfield for a loss of 2. Well done by the Salina South defense.
Loss of 2 on the play, second down 12, ball at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, bring it up 2nd and 12 for Central. 3 backs. Richardson hands off
Ball carrier number 3,
to Peters, but he's also stopped. Gonna be only about a 1-yard gain, bringing on up 3rd and 11.
South number 45, Jaden Miller. Gain of a yard on the play, third down.
Halfway through this third quarter. Richardson in the shotgun snap, pocket collapsing again, looks downfield for Horst, and that's going to be incomplete. And that brings up another 4th down, 4th and 11. Central's not afraid to go for it on 4th on these kind of long yardage, but definitely when you're inside your own 20, don't want to take the chance.
That brings up 4th down for the Mustangs. Formation number 3.
Cougars might be looking like they might be going after it. And the snap is bobbled. And he's going to be taken down. Going to be at the 1-yard line officially. Another disaster for Salina Central. And Salina South able to get the ball at the 1. Even though the punter did end up in the end zone, forward progress was initially hit at the 1. So Salina South takes over, and I don't know how much better field position you can get than that.
1st and goal for the Cougars, ball at the 1-yard line.
And yet another I guess technically turnover on downs, and here comes a flag. It looks like it might be on Salina South. Yep, for an illegal substitution.
5-yard penalty. First down.
Too many players in the huddle after it was broken. So that first and goal on the 1 now turns into first and goal from the 6. And it looks like South's going to keep the same play. We'll expect to see maybe an option with Lanu or a handoff to Parrott. There's a sweep right side to Parrott. Getting strung out. Gonna officially lose a yard or 2.
Ball carrier number 1, Tanner Parrott.
Good job by Central's defense, holding strong right there. And he is gonna lose a couple. Second and goal from the 8. Lanu under center, handoff Parrott left side, able to get some yardage back,
Ball carrier number 1, Tanner Parrott.
but gonna be stopped around the 4 or 5 yard line.
Central number 25, Drew Burgoon.
And they're officially gonna mark him back at the 6. Third and goal from the 6 now.
Gain a few on the play, 3rd and goal, 6-yard line.
And South lining up I formation, receiver each side. Bootleg rollout up to Webb, touchdown Cougars, beautifully executed. And we might have another after unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play. Might be some taunting there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 56 on the offense. That 15-yard penalty enforced on the kickoff.
And Coach Sellers not happy about that to number 56. Just more and more unsportsmanlike conduct penalties happening.
6-yard touchdown pass from number 5, Casey Ledoux, to number 9, Peyton Webb.
But regardless, great play call there. Kick up and good.
Extra point good by number 40, Fernando Avila Castro.
And that puts the score, Salina South 31, Central 0. And this game is getting out of hand for the Mustangs. Going back to that play call, looked like it was going to be a handoff to Parrott left side. Multiple Mustang defenders there to hit it, but the play action, Lanu keeping it rolling out right side. It had Peyton Webb at about the 2-yard line, wide open, easy pitch and catch, and Peyton Webb able to just walk right into the end zone. And with that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, South is going to be kicking off on their own 25. So might actually get a return here tonight. And we'll see how far Castro can kick this one. Backed up 15 yards, still has the wind to his back, though the wind has settled just a little bit. And another pooch kick, but I think we might have a South player that went off sides.
Offside, number 25, kick your team.
And that is
5-yard penalty.
offsides on Salina South. Back the ball up to the 20 now. And we'll try and line this up again. And the ball falls off the tee. And number 14 for South going to come out and help hold it again. And we'll see if they try and do a little bit of a pooch kick. We'll see. And 25 talking to the kicker, Castro. And they're going to kind of pooch it again. Ball's going to bounce at about the 25 and picked up by number 28, Riley Counts. And he's going to be able to get the ball to about the 28, returned by number 28. Officially going to give him the 29, it looks like.
Making a stop for South, number 11, Luke Strite.
And they're actually going to give him the 28.
Mustangs take over first and 10.
4:15 left in the quarter. South up 31-0. Richardson handoff Peters left side, gets some good blocks. Peters able to break one. Picking up about 6 on first down.
Peters. Making a stop for South is number 35, Galen Burdick.
Second and 4 now for Central.
34-yard line.
Richardson, in shotgun again, rolling out right side, lead blocker, Peters in front of him. Salina South stringing the play out, and Richardson takes a big hit out of bounds. And hit seems to be good. It looked like it from here, no flag on the play, but Richardson takes a big hit and picks up only about a yard, maybe perhaps 2. Yeah, look, it's going to be about 2nd and 2. Now for the Mustangs, third and 2, for the Mustangs.
36-yard line.
Richardson again, handoff Peters inside. Able to get it kicked outside. Peters able to get to the corner. Still on his feet. Still going. And then just a big tackle. Kind of a sumo tackle by number 30, Alan Medrano of Salina South. Number 80, Ethan Resley, is slow to get up. Matt Medrano just trying to get Peters wrapped up and just pulled a wrestling move on him and threw him to the ground.
First and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball at the South 39.
Now, plays like that, you're surprised he didn't get the air knocked out of Peters there. Regardless, great run, first down, gonna get the ball again. But Salina South getting pressure right there. Number 45 able to blow that play up. And nowhere for Peters to go. He's gonna lose a yard.
Jaden Miller.
Looks like he's gonna lose about 2 or 3 on the play.
Loss of 3 on the play. Second down, 13. The ball is the 42-yard line.
Second and 13 for Central. Richardson under center. A little bit of a play action, looking over the middle. Has Horst and caught. Horst took a big hit on that play.
Logan Horst.
Kind of got sandwiched in between 2 South defenders. Good pickup there. Gonna bring up about a 3rd and 4. Another big 3rd down for Central here. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Going kind of a short package here. Handoff Peters. Looks like he has the first down and more.
Ball carrier number 33, Taylon Peters.
Picking up about 8 or 9 on that play. Central doing well moving the ball on this possession.
Gain of 7 on the play. First and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball at the 26-yard line.
8 seconds on the play clock. Now we're at 5. Central just now breaking the huddle. Slow to get up to the line. 2, 1. And they say they get it off.
Ball carrier number 33, Taylon Peters.
And Peters with the carry again. Picking up about 4 on the play.
30, Alan Medrano. Gain of 4 on the play.
Really close to being a delay of game there. And Central looking for the play on the sideline. Has a little bit more time tonight, but Salina Central gonna call their first timeout. 49 seconds left in the quarter, and Central takes their first time out of the half.
Second down 6, 22.
And Central is going to take another stab at this. 2nd and 6 on South's 22. And they're running that reverse to counts again. Getting a little bit of the edge. Gets the first down and more. Inside the 15 for Central now.
Making a stop for the Cougars, number 4, Kyle Quill.
And that gets them a 1st and 10. It's going to give them a first down if they reach the 2-yard line, but we'll see what Central does here. On first down, handoff, Peters up the middle, not much there, but still looking like he might got about a yard or two.
Making a stop for the Cougars, number 88, Isaac Mitchell. Also number 9, Peyton Webb. Gain of a couple on the
2nd and 8 now.
12-yard line.
Richardson 3-back set. Handoff to Counts again. This time, Salina South able to bring him down after only a gain of 2. Going to bring about 3rd and 6 now. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Central getting close to scoring. But at the end of the 3rd quarter, our score, Salina South 31, Salina Central 0. And we'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And we're back at the start of the 4th quarter. Central officially with a 3rd and 8
Central has the ball, 3rd and 8.
on the 11-yard line of Salina South. They look like that. Peters lining up in the Wildcat formation the first time tonight. Directs it out to Peters, looking right side. And not really going to have much there. Not getting the edge, going to be taken down. But this is essentially 2-down territory for Central. They've been stopped on 3 times on 4th down. Let's see if they can convert one here.
4th down 6 for the Mustangs, ball at the 10-yard line.
This has been a struggle for Central tonight. Counts lined up. They usually have him, but Richardson back to throw. Pocket collapse, and Richardson hit as he thrown. Ball not too far.
Penalty marker after the play.
Ball gets turned over on downs, but a flag after the play. And we're going to have an after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on Salina South. So South will take over, but some South players kind of jawing at each other, not too happy.
Salina South ball on offense. That's number 23's first unsportsmanlike of the game.
Seeing unsportsmanlike after unsportsmanlike penalty. You know, I want to say that's normal for a game like this, but it's been happening for both South and Central all season long. Been having unsportsmanlike conduct penalties and even ejections on Salina South side all season. South takes over at their own 4-yard line. Inside handoff to the fullback, Peyton Webb. Good run there to give South a little bit of breathing room. Gets it out to the 10-yard line. Salina South in control right now. 11:22 left in the game. Has the ball, up 31-0. Handoff, Parrott left side, gonna be brought down with about no gain on the play.
Ball carrier number 1, Tanner Parrott, making a stop at Central.
And that'll bring out about a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play, 3rd down 5, 10-yard line.
And we're gonna run the option, but holding back, Fagan left side, throw over the middle to number 86, Michael Matthews, the tight end.
Pass complete to number 86, Michael
A great
Matthews.
play and execution there with Parrott and Webb looking like they're gonna run the option yet again. But Lanu and Parrott running the option, but Lanu stops, pulls it back. Tight end running over the middle of the field for a completed pass. Lanu keeping the ball, gonna keep it in the air again. Looking towards Matthews' way again, but a little too far out in front of him. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for South. Number 87, Mark Lover, wide receiver, into the game now. And direct snap to Lanu, finding his blockers, right side, has a big hole at midfield, gets brought down about the 46.
Ball carrier number 5, Casey Lanu.
Good cutback there by Lanu to find open field and get a big gain there.
Gain of 19 on the play, 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
They're a 19-yard gain. South's got the ball in Central territory on the 46. New set of downs. Oh, a little bit of a high snap, but able to get it off to Parrott, and he picks up about 5.
Number 1, Tanner Parrott. Making a stop for Central is number 14, Kate Gertson. Unit 4 on the play,
And
down 6.
Kyle Quill, number 4, into the game lineup. Inside receiver, right side. Lanu in the shotgun again. Handoff to Parrott again. And he's going to pick up about 2 yards.
Tanner Parrott making the initial stop for Central, number 33, Taylor Peters.
Third and 4 from the 40 now for South. .840 left to go in the game. And we're going to have another penalty flag. Might have another illegal formation. Oh, an illegal substitution. And that 3rd and 4 becomes 3rd and 9. So 3rd and manageable comes into 3rd and long. Two South coaches talking to Lanou, trying to get the play in 10 seconds. Now just delivering the play.
3rd down 9.
Trying to hurry up. And Coach Sellers for Salina South going to take a timeout as the play clock running down.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 1988,
And that leaves Salina South with 1 timeout left in the half.
25 countries. Today, polio cases are down 99% with just 11 cases in 2 countries, thanks in part to the efforts of Rotary International.
Salina South here
The 24th is World Polio Day.
definitely kind of in a situation that they look like they're probably in 2-down territory, depending what they do here on 3rd down. If they decide to throw and have an incomplete pass, have a loss, or probably get no gain, I would maybe expect to see a punt. But again, they are kicking into the wind, so I would actually expect to see 2-down territory here for Salina South. Wind still blowing pretty hard from the south. South going into the wind. Snap to Lanou, looking right side, throwing outside to Quill, but the pass is out of bounds.
Receiver number 4, Kyle Quill.
And that brings up 4th down. And the offense is staying out on the field. See, maybe a creative play call here. It looks like double tight end set. Parrott in the backfield to the right. Lanou looking down the field, double coverage. Didn't really have anything there for Quill. Incomplete, and Salina South turns it over on downs. And Central's defense gets a stop. Wind blowing harder than it was at the beginning of the game. And with 8:01 left in the game, Salina Central will take over 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. Richardson trips right side. Getting a little bit of a collapsing pocket, throws over the middle. Gonna have it complete to number 28, Riley Counts. Gonna pick up about 8 on the play. He's really been a player that's been on the field a lot, but when he's targeted, definitely comes through.
8 of 8 on the play, 2nd down 2. Ball at the South 47-yard line.
2nd and 2 now. Central, 3-back set yet again. Handoff, Peters has a hole left side, getting a block on the outside, inside the 20. And he's run out of bounds, and we have another flag, multiple flags after the play.
Number 33.
And I don't know if it's going to be a late hit out of bounds. Didn't really seem like that. Might have some more unsportsmanlike jaunting between players.
After play, personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 4 in the defense. Has to go to the dead ball spot. Yardy results in a 1st down.
And it's going to be another 15-yard penalty after the play on South's defense. Central now has the ball at the 8-yard line, 1st and goal after that really good run by Peters. Put him in great position.
1st and goal for the Mustangs, ball at the 8-yard line.
Richardson under center. Handoff, Peters right side, gets some good blocks and gets it to about the 1 or 2.
Carrier number 33, Taylor Peters. Making a stop for the Cougars is number 80.
Looks like he's going to get it about the 2.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd and goal, 2-yard line.
Second and goal from the 2, same formation for Richardson and the Mustangs. Handoff, Peters gets a push. I think he's got it, and yes. Salina Central gets their first score of the night on a 2-yard carry by Talon Peters. And Central's on the board 6-0, or excuse me, 6 points. Still down by quite a lot to Salina South, but they do get their first score. And Peters with that score on to kick the extra point. And kick is up and good.
Extra point good, number 33, Talon Peters.
And Peters gets all 7 points for Salina Central there. Puts our score Salina South 31, Salina Central 7. 6:47 left to go in the game. And it still might be quite a ways away, having a 24-point deficit for Central. But we've seen this in previous games that Central doesn't like to kind of just give up, even if they're down by a lot. They'll try an onside kick, so I'd see if we probably get an onside kick here. And more than likely, I would expect Salina South to bring some guys up. And special teams coach, a little bit more talk, and it does look like they're gonna bring 9 guys up. And it's like the only person they'll have in the back, number 25, Colby Belay. As South's going to do some adjusting here.
Kicking off for the Mustangs, number 33, Talon Peters.
10 men up front for Salina South. Belay standing about the 16-17. We'll see what Peters decides to do with it. And he does decide to kick it deep, and that's going to be out of the end zone. Dud did have the wind with him. Kind of surprised to see it. Kind of seemed like kick it as hard as he could out the back of the end zone. Did have a lot of space there that even if you kick it short to about the 30 or even 25-yard line, kind of makes South kind of go into a scramble to try and get the ball. Not something teams usually are used to. Central kicks it deep. South takes over. 1st and 10 on the 20. And we have another stoppage of play. And Central's going to take a timeout. Maybe a personnel issue on their side as well. But that does kind of seem to encapsulate a lot of the season so far. Personnel issues, turnovers, penalties, just anything that usually hurts a team. South and Central commit all of those things you don't want to commit during a game. And we'll reset and we'll do 1st and 10 from the 20 for South yet again. Handoff, Parrott. It's hitting the backfield, able to fall forward for maybe a 1/4 of a yard, but it looks like they're still going to mark him right at the 20.
Number 1, Tanner Parrott.
No gain.
Making the stop for Central, number 19, Quentin Stewart. No gain, 2nd down, 10, 20-yard line.
Grant back into the game now for Salina South. Same I formation for Salina South. Inside handoff to the fullback. And he's still Peyton Webb with the handoff, still up. Kind of a pile near the line of scrimmage, but wasn't sure where Webb went. And somehow he gets a 9-yard gain out of it. Kind of looked like everybody was in the middle fighting for that. But then Peyton Webb was able to squeak out of there, and not very many people saw that he got out of there.
29-yard line.
It'll be 3rd and 1 now for South. And they're gonna hand it off. Looks like Webb yet again, and no, it looks like number 45 that time. In Miller barrels his way through, and we have yet another penalty after the play. Miller does look to be shaken up after that. Powerful run for that first down.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 31 on the defense, number 45 on the offense. That's your vote first unsportsmanlike in the game. Those fouls offset.
And they're gonna have 2 fouls. I should say 2 penalties on the play. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on a player for Salina South and a player on Salina Central. Penalties do offset, but add another one of unsportsmanlike penalties to yet more players in this game. Handoff, Parrott makes contact, able to pick up about 3. And we've just hit 5 minutes left to go in the game.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down 7. Ball at the 37-yard line.
Another handoff, Parrott inside. Pick up about 5 or 6.
Number 1, Tanner Parrott.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Gain of 5 on the play.
And clock just continues to roll.
42-yard line.
And with Central kicking it deep on that kickoff, it seemed like Central is just kind of ready to get out of here. Twins left side for Sal. Handoff, Parrott yet again. Has the first down and more. 40, 30. Tackle brought down at the 15. Parrott with a run, just breaking it open yet again. And Salina South again in business inside the red zone.
First and 10 for the Cougars. Ball at the central 15-yard line.
And we're gonna have a stoppage of play here. Might be an official timeout. And they get a reset, clock going. Handoff, Parrott inside. Getting about 8 yards, it appears.
Ball carrier number 1, Tanner Parrott. Making the initial stop for Central, number 50, Cole Butt.
And excuse me, no, it looks like only gonna give him about 5 on the play.
Gain of 5 on the play.
I'll need to go get an eye appointment next week and get that vision corrected. Apologies about that. 2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line. Handoff inside. Look like, is that Parrott again? Gonna be stopped at about the 1.
Ball carrier number 1, Tanner Parrott.
And gonna be brought down just short again. 2:43 left in the game. First and goal on the 1. Maybe expect to see a quarterback sneak here, lining up in a Twins the left formation, 2 backs. And they're gonna hand it off to Parrott again, just waltzes right into the end zone. for another Salina South touchdown. And with a touchdown, puts it 37-7. Extra point coming on the way by Castro. And they're gonna have the ball blocked, I think. Oh no, he still held on to it, but I think we're gonna have a offsides penalty on one of the end defenders. And they're going to move the try up just a little bit. He'll get about another 1.5 yards before he gets that. And they're going to blow it dead again. Another offsides. Or, oh, excuse me. You're going to have a false start on Salina South. So, yeah, the ball moved up about 1.5 yards. Now we're moving it back 5 yards.
8-yard line.
To the 8. We'll see if either team can decide where they want to kick the ball from. And we have another stoppage of play. I wonder if they're going to be maybe talking to some central defenders, maybe trying to get them off the center. Not really sure if the referees are just talking to themselves or if they're seeing a player. I'm on the opposite side of the field. And whatever it is, seem to have it sorted out. And we'll try yet again for the extra point. Snap good, kick on the way. It appears to be good, and it is true. And after all that, finally getting the extra point through puts Salina South up 38-7 over the Central Mustangs, and we have 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in our game. Overall, definitely have to be pretty pleased if you're Salina South tonight. Definitely probably going to hear it after the game and next week's practice about the penalties, specifically the unsportsmanlike penalties. South had a lot of unsportsmanlike penalties after the play, but Central had a lot of penalties during play that hurt them a lot. And luckily for South, a lot of those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties weren't absolute killers.
Kicking off for the Cougars, number 40, Fernando Avila Castro.
Castro, more than likely, with his last kickoff of the night. Bit of a sky-high kick. Ball drops, but I think it was maybe Gertson for Central able to get on it.
Number 14, Kate Gertson.
And a Central player came up to make a fair catch. But they had 2 other Central players in front trying to catch the ball himself.
First and 10, ball at their own 39-yard line.
Central takes over now, 1st and 10 on their own 39. 2:25 left to go in the game. Richardson still in the game, and off to Peters, right side. Makes about 1-man miss, picks up about 5 on the play.
Making a stop for the Cougars is number 4, Kyle Quill. Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down 4, 45-yard line.
2nd and 4, Richardson under center. And they're going to hand it off on that reverse to Counts again, getting big yards there. yet again. They sure like to run that play. We've seen it
Ball carrier number 28,
a lot in the previous weeks, and it seems to be pretty effective.
Luke Strite.
Counts with the first down as the ball at the Salina South 42.
First and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball at the Cougars 42-yard
Central
line.
not seeing too much urgency from them right now. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the game. Sweep right side, Peters gets a block, gets to the edge, and he's gonna pick up about 9.
Ball carrier number 35, Jalen Peters. Making the stop for South is number 25, Colby Pulley. Gain of 9 on the play, second down 1, 33-yard line.
1 minute left to play. And running counts. Reverse again. Gets some good blocks. Cuts it inside. Has room. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown Central with 43 seconds left to go.
Yard touchdown run.
Good job by Counts.
Riley Counts.
And Peters now on for the extra point. And kick is up and good. More of a line drive kick.
Number 33, Taylor.
And that puts our score South 38, Central 14. Now with 43 seconds left, it looks like this score will probably stand true. And with the 43 seconds left, that would put Salina South now at 2-6 and Central at 0-8 going into the first round of the playoffs. And we might find out soon, very soon, depending on what's going on with other games. And we'll see who South and Central play. We might have that for you before the end of our coverage. And South coming out in their normal kickoff formation. We'll see what Central and Peters, the kicker, decide to do with it.
The Mustangs is number 33, Taylor Peters.
And Peters does decide to kick it deep. Fielded about the 4 by Quill. And breaks one tackle, gonna get wrapped up
Kickoff return
at the
4,
18-yard line.
Quill. Making a stop for Central, number 42, Trey True.
And we officially have 37 seconds left in the game. And just expect Salina South to come out and just need the last 30 seconds left of the game out. Maybe you have to snap it maybe twice, maybe just once with a 25-second play clock. Central does have one timeout remaining, but highly doubtful that they'll stop the clock.
First and 10 for the Cougars on the 18-yard line.
And with the snap and the knee, keeps the clock running. We'll see when they officially start it. And there goes the next play clock. Just going to be, that's actually just going to be it. And the final 13 seconds will count down our final score tonight. Salina South wins the Mayor's Cup. Again, Salina South 38, Salina Central 14. And we'll be back with some interviews right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And welcome back at our post-game coverage here with Tanner Parrott. Tanner, you are our RE/MAX Salina Player of the Week. Just have a couple questions for you. How do you just evaluate your team's performance overall in the big win against your in-town rival?
Overall, it was great. We executed a lot on the run on the ground game, and it opened some things up for passing. And we didn't let up on them, which is nice.
Right.
That was just the game plan.
Right, and as you're saying, keeping it on the ground most of the night, you and quarterback Casey Lanou carrying most of the load. How just kind of impact, or just I'd say, how do you rate your offensive line and just kind of your overall offense, and how good of a rhythm were you in most of the night?
It was a great rhythm. You know, the offensive line was 11 out of 10, I'll say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
More than perfect.
Casey had a great game. You know, it was just fun playing out there. And shout out to Central for giving us a game. It was a fun game.
All right. And thank you very much, Tanner, and good luck next week in the first round of the playoffs. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. And we're back with our post-game show here with Coach Sam Sellers. Coach, congratulations beating the in-town rival Salina Central tonight. How is it just a great win for your guys, just kind of on an up and down season?
Well, obviously, this is a game where it doesn't matter record-wise. It's a big one of whether you win it. Whether you're having a great year or not to win it. But it's probably even more important for us with our struggles and springboarding us into next week in the playoffs. And,
right.
We knew tonight was a big one. We almost treated it like this is our first round here, and let's start playing our best ball, and I think we did tonight.
Right, and we talked before the game that you were wanting to keep the ball on the ground tonight, and you did absolutely that. I want to say, not sure exactly how many times you threw, but I want to say it was under 10, maybe in single digits. Definitely just had the ground game with Lanou and Parrott. Just kind of comment on just your offensive line and both Lanou and Parrott in the running game.
Well, it's something that, the last three games we kind of went through the gauntlet of Goddard, Hutch, and Derby there, and we really felt like in our run game it wasn't showing up on the scoreboard, but we felt like we were making big improvement there, and had another great week of practice this week, and really those kids executed tonight. It takes all of them to get it done. That's the beautiful thing about football. If one guy's not doing their job, it blows the play up, and so. It was good to get Casey and Tanner going tonight, and obviously those guys up front, deserve a lot of that credit too.
Right. And kind of to switch sides of the ball, your defense only giving up 14 points, but 3 quarters of scoreless football. Just comment on how they played and just the big fourth downs they were able to stop Central when they had, I think, 4 fourth downs they tried to go for, and you guys stopped them on every one.
Yeah, I mean, we played really well defensively too, and again, I'll go back to it. Yeah. A great week of preparation, and our kids really lock in, and it's easy. Central week, you know how it goes.
Right.
It's not hard to get their attention from Monday, right after school when we meet to tonight, and they did a great job all week, and then went out, and we feel really great about our defense, and when we play the way we know we can play. Even with Kai out, and that's a big loss, but we plugged Ty in, and Ty did a great job at our nickel back when we were in nickel, and we played really well tonight.
Yeah, and Coach, final question. Just found out that you'll be traveling to Liberal, play them next week in the first round of the playoffs. What do you know about Liberal? And just, I know they're not usually a team that you usually play, so what do you know about them?
Nothing,
absolutely. But you're gonna get the film, and you're gonna find out a lot.
We'll get film tonight,
and
we have no common opponents, so we haven't seen them on film at all, and so been to Liberal a couple times.
Yeah.
some ended really well, and some didn't end great, but obviously, we're the 13 seed playing a 4 seed. Obviously, a 4 seed, you've had a pretty good year, so we know it's going to be a tall task, but. Kind of how the top ended up going in tonight, it was a little bit messy, but how it ended up, we feel really good about things, and we're going to have our work cut out for us, but it's that time of the year.
Right.
You know, it's win in advance, lose and go home, and our kids are ready.
Right.
They're excited coming out of tonight, and it's all or nothing now.
Right, absolutely. Coach Sellers, thank you very much. Congratulations on the win, and good luck next week at Liberal.
Thanks, Collin.
Thanks. Thanks for watching Salina Access Television. We're here at our final game of the season with Salina South beating the Salina Central Mustangs. Just want to thank everyone for watching this season, and we'll definitely be back next season, and we'll have loads more games. We're really excited to see where the programs for Salina South and for Salina Central, see how they progress over the next year, and definitely join us because it's going to be another great season. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next year.